Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome to Middle-earth Shadow of War, some gameplay preview for you. This game is due to release on October 10th. I was invited a while back up to Warner Brothers to meet some of the devs and put hands on and play the game. See what they had to offer in this new title. And boy, there's a lot of changes. There's a lot of changes and additions to the game that have really piqued my interest. Now, I love the last title. I played it a lot. It was kind of a go-to game that I would just, jump on and play, and I loved it. But that game was, it was more hack and slash, where this game here feels like more of an action kind of role-playing game, because they've added so many new things in. And I'm going to kind of touch on those through this video. But I want to thank Warner Brothers for inviting me up there to play. What I want to do is kind of just show you some of the screens where I didn't go into the army, but I go into the skill sets here. And with the skills now, there's a lot of new skills. They've obviously, reconfigured the skills tree. But there's a lot of new skills as well as the Wraith abilities. And something that I found really interesting is that, like, if you get a skill now, you can also get a modifier to kind of augment that skill. Maybe a mobility mod, because the world's so big, right? So the new skill tree is pretty epic. Now here we're kind of cutting into one of the biggest things in this game, which is these super large scale siege battles. What you have to do is you have to go around and build an army so you can siege on these giant fortresses. And what you can see is the guys in the blue are on my side, and we're attacking these guys.
You can't decide on a place to get your army butchered? You do a little here, a little there? Well, if it's our turn to do some chopping up, fine! We're ready! We've got every weapon you can imagine in here! In some you can't! And anyone who gets near these walls is going to become awfully familiar with every single one of them! The boys are itching to go! Let's not keep them waiting!
We stood together, and we took our first fort. Now we will do so again, and show our enemies what happens when Orcs are united!
It's pretty crazy. So, I didn't build this army, it was kind of in place. So, I do show later on how to kind of recruit warriors to your team. So my first siege battle here, I went in, I got destroyed. There's a lot of different ways to play these. You can take out some of the war chiefs people before, like on side missions, and weaken some of the defenses. It's kind of like a domination. You go in there and you capture these 3 different points, take it over, then assign one of your war chiefs to man this fortress, and it becomes yours. It's really, really interesting. But so some of the other things, dynamic weather. Obviously, you can see it's raining. It's got a dynamic weather system and a day-night cycle. And you can see it's nighttime. It was weird because I seem to be playing at night a lot, and I thought that was pretty cool. And that also affects your gameplay as well as how the enemy behaves, whether it's night, whether it's storming, whatever it is, easier to sneak up. You can see I'm just walking up to these workers and dominating them, and you'll see they'll turn blue. They'll put on like blue armor and kilt. That means now they've been recruited to my army. So you need to go around and do this a lot, but you need to get a lot of the war chiefs, and in order to do that, you obviously have to fight them, defeat them, and bring them over to your side. I found, in Shadow of Mordor, the last game, I went around and did this a lot. Like, I roamed around. I love the open world feeling of that game. Now, this game reportedly is like 4 times larger on the open world aspect of it, and then the addition of these siege battles and recruiting armies and all that stuff. It's just really over the top. So here is a side mission, but this side mission gives me a chance to take my guy, defeat this other orc. He can gain power, and I can also, if we can defeat him and I can catch him, we can recruit Blood Mad over to our side as well. Now, there's a lot of different things that you can do when you actually dominate these guys and either recruit them and I'll show one guy, like, I had the Nemesis system in this game, okay? So it was in the last game, but it's in this game, I'm going to say, because of what I witnessed. I'm going to make one other video on this, just solely based off the Nemesis system, show you that I started butting heads with this one guy, Snafu. And every little place I went, somehow, someway he appeared. And he kept he killed me over and over again. I'm yelling out loud, you know, at the capture event. It was hilarious. I'm like, oh my gosh, Snafu again. You wait till you see that. I'm gonna do another short video showing you some of the trials and tribulations of myself versus Snafu. But that's gonna be another video. So here you can see we beat the side mission, but now this guy's still here. So we want to fight him, right? We want to fight him. We either want to kill him, recruit him, and you'll see the options that come up. That's where the role-playing aspect of the game comes in. The action is the same and better as the last one. You still got your hack and slash you can do, but the action, adventure, role-playing aspect is how do you want to build your armies? Who do you want to make your bodyguard? Like, you can make one of these dudes, maybe he's really good at offense, really big, maybe he's strong, whatever it is, and you can make him your bodyguard, and he'll follow you around, and wherever you go, you're going to have someone there helping you, which is rare. You usually try and do, 1v20 in this thing. So this guy's scared. And I found this a lot. A few of these guys would just take off running from me. Like before, they just flee. And it's hard to catch them. That's why some of those skill modifiers like mobility would really come in handy, especially if to chase these guys down. So I'm dominating this guy. I have the ability to shame him, fight him, or recruit him. Now with him, I believe I decided to recruit him. And I made the mistake of telling him, then you'll see I transitioned to the screen that's like, what do you want him to do? Well, I want him and you could see the orange guys here. These were all enemies, and you could see I'm like slowly picking off these guys to weaken up this fortress. So I'm telling him, all right, I want him to go kill Snafu the prickler, because this dude's been killing me like 7 times. So maybe he can go handle him. He didn't. He ended up getting killed and making Snafu even that much stronger, which drove me bonkers. It's like, come on, man, I can't get away from this. That's why I had to make one video special just for Snafu, because he was such a thorn in my side. But that really highlights that Nemesis system. So here's another scene where I chased a guy down like super far, but this is an interesting one. So this option here, what I do, you dominate him, you recruit him, right? But look at the option it gives me, what I can actually use this guy for, and I do. So, Bulbul, the ranger killer, he has a fear of pinning, obviously. I make him a spy, and he infiltrates the war chief inside the fortress, and that's a big thing. If you can get some spies in there to really help you out, that's going to be a big deal.
Were your messengers forthcoming?
The Witch King is using the Hydir to track the ring.
They extend the Palantir's reach. Orcs called the Chosen guard them.
And the enemy may hold the Palantir, but the Hydir themselves are vulnerable.
So, we know their design.
And now we dismantle it.
So yeah, they've added 7 new Orc Tribes to this. So you're gonna get, all kinds of new size and look and named orcs. I mean, the names that they name these guys is hilarious, and the voice acting is always on point. So 7 new tribes of orcs. You're going to be battling, trying to recruit, doing all this stuff, siege battles. Looks like there's a lot to do. If you feel like going off and just doing the open world thing that I do a lot of myself, you can do all that. Build your ranger up, get all those skills, abilities, and everything. Build them up, and along the way, slowly build your army. When you're ready, start attacking some of these fortress strongholds and taking them over and start to dominate the world. This world, again, 4 times larger than the last one. Really, really focusing on this open world and adding in the dynamic weather system and the day and night cycles. The lore, the feeling and the lore really pulls it all in. I was really excited. very thankful that Warner Brothers offered me the chance to come up, play it early, and also just show you guys a sneak peek of a little bit of gameplay and pass on some information to you guys. So this game is coming out October 10th. I'm going to be getting it myself. I'm going to be doing a playthrough on it. If you guys love this series, I definitely recommend going out and getting it because it's going to give you a lot of playtime. A lot of playtime. Big open world. We all love big open world games. So, really looking forward to this. Again, Warner Brothers, thank you. Big shout out to them, you guys. And thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. I will have one more video where what I'm kind of doing is highlighting the Nemesis system with Snafu the Prickler. Thanks for watching.